Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel, determined to give their fans a reason to celebrate tonight. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. We'll watch the Indiana Pacers in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You look at the Pacers, they love where they stand right now, first place.
When I look at Indiana, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately. And
now Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in its center. Then there's Walker, then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's the Cobra in at the point guard position. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Julius Randle, Dillingham out there with Edwards. Then there's Davis, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
And for a few games now, we've talked about how determined MP is to be their driving force offensively.
When you're expected to be the top scorer in a game, it's easy to forget how much effort that really takes on the floor. Those expectations have become a reality for MP, and he's been proving it more often than not.
Here's the Cobra. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Now here's Edwards, guarded closely. Pacers with a rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
And the fact that they split their two meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Now here's Halliburton, 5 on the clock. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
And that one's good.
Wow, and Gobert can step out and hit that mid-range jumper. Look out.
It's Walker on the wing. Here's the Cobra, guarded by Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Indiana shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And Walker's got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 1. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
The Pacers have gone 1 for 3 so far. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter. He does the most damage around on the rim, so we want to force him out on the perimeter whenever possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they're still the top team in this league, sitting at number 1.
You know, right now for Indiana, they've begun this year playing with some real fire, and it's produced some top-notch basketball, doing better than many expected.
Now here's Walker. In his last outing, he had 11 points.
His playmaking is something to watch, threading that pass right in there.
Here's Edwards. Indiana with a rebound. Here's the Cobra. Misses off the right iron.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Takes the three. And the Cobra pulls it down.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
The Timberwolves have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. They get the rebound. Out to DiVincenzo. On target from range. Pacers trail by 5. Walker passes to the Cobra. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Ooh, a clear foul there on the miss. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
That this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Toppin, he's checked in for Turner.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Here's the Cobra. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Halliburton, the pass to the Cobra. Clock at 6. Halliburton for 3. Counted from distance.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
Here's Edwards. It's deflected.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Siakam, the pass to the Cobra. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Randall, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Now, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Here's the Cobra, and there's the drive. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist. The Cobra's got 9 points.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
From 12 feet, and again, it's Minnesota converting. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top, up 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
We've got Edwards. Davis out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Samuels in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Cobra in the last game against the Pistons had a huge game. He scored 64 points, and he was his usual self on the glass, piling up the rebounds. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it. Because they feel to a certain degree, it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Walker passes to the Cobra. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to review the game plan. Melton, he's checked in for Davis. And while we can, let's see which teams have been running the league's most efficient offenses. Indiana, number 1.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage. Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Edwards, that's good.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. For 3, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Gobert's checked in for Samuels. From deep, Melton. And the Cobra pulls it down. The Cobra's got 4 rebounds now. Walker passes to the Cobra, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here is DiVincenzo. He's got 6. Outside Edwards. Oh, a sensational slam by Ant.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pacers trail by 6. The Cobra passes to Walker. To the inside. Here's the Cobra. Outside for Halliburton. Turner, a screen on DiVincenzo. Halliburton misses.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And the Pacers making a change here. Siakam's checked in. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Puts up a 3. Walker pulls down the board.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
The Cobra passes to Walker, and here's Siakam for 3. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
There's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Now here's Randall. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And his court vision was sensational as well. He was making all the right decisions.
And here's Edwards outside. Pacers with a rebound. Here's the Cobra. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. For three, Randall. And the Cobra pulls it down. The Cobra's got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Halliburton. Here's the Cobra. 21 points in the game. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were in a close game.
Sometimes we overlook it, but the defense has been stingy tonight, like a bee, just stinging you.
All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying on. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Indiana trailing here, and the Pacers looking at who they've got. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Then it's Halliburton, then there's Walker, and it's the Cobra in at the point. Now here's Halliburton. Randall pulls down the board. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, B.A., got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game. Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Count it.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Great dime by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
The Cobra passes to Turner. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Here's Dillingham outside for Davis. 13 feet out. Indiana with a rebound. Walker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the Cobra. Dillingham with a rebound.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Davis. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Minnesota with the ball. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. To the paint. Here's the Cobra. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got his 7th assist here tonight. Pass to Gobert. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Inside, the Cobra. And the call over the back.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Now here's Walker. No made baskets yet. Taking a look at some numbers here from Rudy Gobert.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Randall, the pass to DiVincenzo. 14 feet away. Walker pulls down the board. Pacers trail by 3. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. And he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said that's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents. Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Melton comes in for Davis. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Reed. Edwards looking for an opening. From 11 feet away. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, size and athleticism and a little bit of craftiness right there by Anthony Edwards. That up fake gets that defender committed, and the free throw line opportunity is coming.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
The Pacers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. And that one drops for him.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Timberwolves trail by 3. 51 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Randall can't hit. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 12-3 run.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Samuels, he's checked in for Minnesota. And he can't hit the second. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Back to DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Pass to Samuels. Outside. DiVincenzo. Lets the 3 fly. Indiana with a rebound. The Cobra's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Here's Edwards. Offline from the top of the key.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And so it's Indiana leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Nas Reed out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Samuels in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pacers leading by 6. The Cobra passes to Walker. Down low. Here's the Cobra. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Timberwolves shooting just 37% so far in this one. DiVincenzo on the wing, defended by Halliburton. Here's Edwards. Cans it from the wing. Edwards has got 22 points.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Now here's Siakam. Pass to the Cobra. Intercepted. Edwards against Halliburton. Melton misses.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his 3rd foul so far. Out left to the wing. Siakam, pass to Halliburton. Here's the Cobra. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Indiana.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
He hits the 2nd from the line. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th. The Cobra can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The rebound by the Timberwolves. Now here's Edwards. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. From deep. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
The Cobra passes to Turner. Walker for 3. Called in by DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Goes back up. And he sinks. It's the layup. Now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Samuels. Randall comes in for Reed. Davis, he's checked in for Melton. And Dillingham subbed in for DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Davis finds Edwards to tie it up. And he can't get that one. The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. The Cobra passes to Turner. Fast break, here we go. Outside Davis to take the lead. Tries again. To the wing on the left. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Fires in the triple. Dillingham's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Here's the Cobra. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. 1:33 left in the fourth.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Edwards. Randall inside. Working on Siakam. Randall can't hit.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
And here comes the break. And it's Randall with the jam.
That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randle embracing a tough opportunity.
Gobert against Turner. Got a piece of it. Outside for Halliburton. The Cobra passes to Halliburton. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Yes! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in. What Chris Finch was going over with his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Another shot. 34 seconds left in the final quarter. Siakam pass to the Cobra. He connects!
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Pass to Dillingham. To the paint. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page. There, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Twenty seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from three.
And they foul in 10. That's what they have to do at this point. Free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
So Indiana wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.